Hi, I have something I want to share with some of you that I thought might be kind of helpful. It's a book, and a lot of the information that's in the book, they really say that it might be helpful for advanced, but I think a beginner can do a lot of these designs and techniques. And what I would recommend that you do is use like paper or small pieces of fabric to get the shape. I've done some of these designs in this book and they look marvelous. This is kind of like the way the Greek people used to wear their clothes and tap it and tie it and wrap it around the body in different shapes and stuff. So the name of this book is called Wrap and Drape Fashion: History of Design and Drawing. I'm just going to read what the back of it says. It says, linking the roots of a one-piece clothing with modern fashion design, Wrap and Drape Fashion offers a comprehensive overview of historical, cultural particulars of unstitched garments. Furthermore, this book contains practical instructions on creating new prints and many unique examples on how to cut fabric to create exciting, fashionable one-piece apparel. This is accompanied by an original cut designs, complete with measurements and fabric recommendations, with more than 400 excellent professional drawings, and including many step-by-step examples, how to sketch the figure as a source of inspiration and instruction. This book is an essential tool for fashion enthusiasts, students, and professionals. I'm not going to go over the printmaking, which I need to go look at that a little bit furthermore, because believe it or not, that's the first time I actually read the back of the book. I just opened it up and dug into it. But now that I'm looking, I do see some information on creating design. I don't really know if you can see it from my book or from me putting it up like this, but I'm sorry. Okay, say for an example, this print here, I guess it just shows how it's broken down into segments, and I am going to read this now. This is the first time I really looked at this. And then it shows the pattern, which is here, and it shows the next pattern, which is there, and then this one. And then these boxes above, you're going to have to get the book, guys. The boxes above kind of shows how it breaks the patterns down and how you get this one piece, and it's a lot of repeated patterns. This book is written by, I'm going to put it up here so you can see, because I don't think I can say that name right. I want to say Elizabeth, and there's the last name. I'm sorry. I'm not going to try to mess it up. But it's Wrap and Drape Fashion. I already know how to do a lot of these designs, and some stuff I just make up as I go. But I want to do some really quick, easy, fun pieces that that's easy to do for the show. Just easy draped pieces, and I marked a few that I thought was kind of interesting. Let me show you. Now you can imagine the fabric is see-through because it kind of shows her whole body, but this is how it's wrapped. That's the piece. Now this is the pattern for it, and this is the way it's going to be cut, and everything else is just wrapped and tied on, and you'll get a dress that's made like this one here. This is the front, that's the back over there. This is the front, this is the center front. I'm sorry, because I know it looks weird, but if you just get a small piece of, and I'll probably do this with you guys, I don't know, like right here is, it just says C, I think it's front, that's the center front, I don't know what that G stands for, but anyway, that's the shape of the pattern. And I guess you can make it true to scale. I would just eyeball it myself. I've done a lot of stuff with just not doing the measurements, just by guessing. But I thought that was a real fun piece. This is a fun dress too. This is the front. That's the back, of course, you can see that. This is the pattern for it. And it really does work just like this, guys. It does. It's just that simple. And if you think about it, this is the front right here, and your neck goes through here. This ties in the back. This goes around the waist. This part here, let me look at the dress again. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But that's kind of like how it goes. And I believe this wraps around the body and then it ties on the side. But anyway, get the book. I'm not very good at explaining things. I'm more of a visual person. So I would just recommend you try to get it. But it's some really different shapes if you don't want to do any sewing. Just want to cut. That's pretty, and I like the little flouncy part. This is the pattern. Majority of this stuff I would use jersey knit or a stretch solid color fabric is what I would use. And that's the pattern for it. Of course, you know, the neck goes here. This ties in the back, as you can see here. This part is a skirt part that's going to wrap around the body, tie up, and you get that little flouncy look. And you need to start out with like one big square fabric, and then you start tracing your shape. I have my way of how I would do it. I don't know if it would work for you guys. I have a little, I have my little mini me, and I'll try some on her. If somebody reminds me to do that, I might do it before the show. I doubt it. But if I don't, remind me after April the 13th, after the show, if you really want to see it. I think it's a good investment. This book was, I forgot how much this book was, but, this one just said it was $20. I've paid up to $200 on some books. This top, I've made one similar to this on my own by playing around, but this looks really good. And I want to wear a top like this summer because I want to get my arms in shape, show off my arms. Is that okay? And this pattern is real easy, guys. Look, it's just one long piece, square here, this one stripe, and I can see how that would work. One would go up here, the other one would come back around and tie. I'm trying to figure out what this ties to. Let me look at the back of it. That's interesting. That top part, as far as the part that goes up here around the neck, I can imagine that must be very long. And they also recommend jersey knit fabric too. It also gives fabric recommendations. Okay, now there's one that I did. I can't find it, but it is so pretty. I actually did this one here, but I didn't tie the underarms. And I have this model with it on. It's so pretty. I want to do a slideshow of some of my latest pictures. But this is the pattern for it. That's the picture. That's all upside down. Sorry. It's the picture. That's the pattern that you're going to use. Remember, this is all cutting and tying, no stitching. That's what's fun about it. It's the center front. This is the center back. The two arms go through here. That's the neck area. This is the back where the split is. It ties there, as you can see on the back of here. So if you want some simple, easy blouses, this is a great book to get, or even dresses. And I think really for any size, it'll really work out. I also like this one. It's the last one I'm going to show you guys. Just ties off the shoulder. One has a sleeve and kind of wraps down at the bottom. This is the pattern for it. Looks kind of funny, I know. This is the center front. That's the center back. This is where, oh, it's really interesting. Not really sure how that would work. Okay, so, oh, I see it now. Okay. Right here, no, right here, this part, I'm sorry. Right here, this part is up here where it would tie, come off the neck. And then, oh gosh. See, I have to actually cut it out. I'm sorry, because I told you I just can't figure out stuff. I would actually have to take it and actually make a small version on, my mini me mannequin and play with it, because I have to actually touch it. I'm not really good with visual. I'm a more hands-on, show me how to do it type of girl. But anyway, guys, I thought this might be a great book, and you might want to try it and get it and do some designs in it. That's just the cutting stuff. It also will teach you how to do some illustrations and give you a little bit of history on draping, as far as from the Romans to ancient Rome. And then it kind of goes into some techniques, and then it also talks about some pattern making and prints and stuff like that, which I thought was pretty interesting. And how to go about getting a print done, which I think is really cool, because it all makes sense now looking at this book. And this is a library of information, stuff people aren't even teaching in school, a technique you can learn on your own and teach somebody else. You want to master it first. I can actually teach someone, but I would have to actually have the piece cut out, play around with it before I teach anybody, and then, okay, it works like this, it goes like this. So, actually, I think I would like to teach a class on this. It's called Wrap and Drape Fashion. No buttons, no zippers. You just wrap it and tie it. And instead of, me teaching you and giving you a CD, you just buy the book, play around with it yourself, and learn a new technique. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.